Hi, everybody. We are going to be starting this webinar in just a few moments. We're going to give folks about 1 more minute to join to make sure that there's enough folks on. While we are waiting, let us know in the chat where you're joining from. We'd love to see who's joined. I am based out of Vancouver, Canada. Let me know if anybody else is from Canada, from the States, elsewhere. I see another Canadian, Madison, Wisconsin. St. Louis, wow, Poland, wonderful. Kansas, Vegas, we're going to be in Vegas soon for Knowledge. German, dialing in, excellent. Detroit. Brazil, wow, congrats. Thank you for dialing in from Brazil, that far away. Another German, another Canadian. All right, we're going to give folks about 30 more seconds to join. Amsterdam, one of our speakers here, Mo, is from Amsterdam as well.
Great to see that.
Roanoke. Somebody knows Mo. San Diego, the birthplace of ServiceNow. All right, I think we're going to get started. Let's see, I think we can see your screen. So my name is Mika Sissinen. I am on the product marketing team for ServiceNow Impact. I just want to go over a couple of housekeeping items first. So this presentation may contain forward-looking statements that reflect the current beliefs of ServiceNow and are based on current information available. These forward-looking statements should not be relied upon in making purchasing decisions. Today's session is also part of Live on ServiceNow, which is a curated event series that connects you with ServiceNow experts and peers that can help you deploy your products and achieve value faster. We hope you join us again at another webinar or one of our 360 exchanges. You can see the schedule by scanning this QR code or using the link in the chat. Before we begin, a few quick notes. We'd love you to ask questions. We will reserve time at the end of the presentation for Q&A. Please do use the Q&A feature within Zoom to ask questions throughout the session. This session will be recorded and shared on the ServiceNow community afterwards. Feel free to head over to that Impact Product Hub on the community anytime to engage with experts, ask questions, see the latest innovations, and look for other upcoming events. Lastly, look out for a survey following the session. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So as mentioned, my name is Mika Sissinen, and I've also got my colleagues Mo Fagir and Matt Hong on the call. Mo and Matt, before we bring you back on later, I'll let you both quickly introduce yourselves. Maybe Mo first.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you all. My name is Mo Fagir. I'm a technical consultant at ServiceNow Impact for the field of expertise in AI. Been at ServiceNow for 2 years, and a pleasure to deliver this and walk you through generative AI today as well. With that, hand it back to Matt.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, great to be here today. My name is Matt Hong. I am a outbound product manager on Impact, and I work specifically on demos and a lot of pre-sales content. Really excited to walk you through a demo of what we've got cooking with the Washington release. But with that, I'll pass it back to Mika.
Thanks, Matt. So before we get started, we're going to do a poll. I'd love to ask those of you on the call, how do you track the value you're getting for your organization out of your ServiceNow implementation? How many of you use formal metrics and dashboards? How many of you just go with a gut feeling? How many of you use manually generated reports? Or are there some of you that don't have a good tracking mechanism in place for the value that you're getting? Just going to leave this poll open for a little while to see what folks have. So I'm seeing, let's see, in the lead right now, I'm not sure you guys can see this, but in the lead right now is we do not have good tracking mechanisms in place, just barely ahead of formal metrics and dashboard. In a close second. All right, we'll give it 10 more seconds here. Let's see, gut feeling is actually last right now, which is good. Only 8 people use a gut feeling. Good. All right, we're going to end the poll here so you'll see the results. So you saw here, we don't have a good tracking mechanism in place as the #1 answer. Fortunately, many of you do have formal metrics and dashboards in second place here, and then others do have manually generated reports as well. Oh, maybe I didn't share the results here. Okay, stop sharing, close the poll. Perfect. All right, well, if you found that poll question challenging, you've come to the right webinar, because Impact is a value acceleration solution, and it's built right on the Now platform itself. Its whole purpose is to get you more value faster from your ServiceNow investment. We will get into more detail later, but as a brief summary, Impact gives you proactive insights, prescriptive guidance, tailored training, and AI-driven recommendations, and it includes both tech support and platform health tools. And before I get into what's new for Washington, D.C., I want to call out that ServiceNow Impact is already being used by thousands of ServiceNow customers. So everyone we talk to, from C-suite execs to ServiceNow platform owners and admins, they've all been embracing how Impact can amplify their expertise and accelerate their results. And as we collaborate with you, our customers, we keep on collecting and adding more insights and best practices to the product. So here's what we're going to cover today in today's webinar. First, I'll do a brief overview of what's new in this Washington, D.C. release for Impact. Then Mo will come on partway through and do a deeper dive on the AI-focused accelerators in Impact. Then Matt will come on and do a demo of the latest features. And then we'll close off with a time for Q&A. So let's get started for Washington, D.C. and what's new. In this release, we've added even more ways to accelerate your business value and make your team more efficient. First, you'll find new AI-focused accelerators that help platform owners take advantage of the latest AI capabilities in ServiceNow and align them to the business objectives that your C-suite executives care about. There are also a number of other new accelerators that help you implement and adopt your ServiceNow products faster. On top of that, both admins and platform owners can take advantage of improvements to Instance Observer, which is our platform health monitoring tool. And then finally, we've added new ways to view information about ServiceNow subscriptions and training that platform owners will appreciate. First, before we bring Mo on, let's talk about that Impact Accelerator catalog and specifically the AI-focused accelerators. If you don't know what they are, accelerators are fixed scope offerings that give you access to the right experts like Mo at the right time to get you the outcomes you need. As ServiceNow continues to add new capabilities that help put AI to work for people, we've created new Impact accelerators that help platform owners do this even faster. So for example, Jumpstart Your Generative AI shows you how our Gen AI features can boost efficiency and improve user experience. With it, you'll get a temporary instance where you'll see an applied demo of Now Assist, and also get recommendations on leading practices on how to take advantage of the ServiceNow Generative AI controller. Jumpstart Your Task Intelligence is another one, and it's all about how to infuse machine learning into customer case management, which is going to make customer and agent experiences way better. So if you're a platform owner, you'll get an overview of what's possible with Task Intelligence, including a demo of how it works on a temporary instance, and again, best practices on how to get started with it. And then to round things off, we've also got accelerators to jumpstart your predictive intelligence and natural language understanding capabilities. For predictive intelligence, or PI, you'll get an overview of the 4 PI frameworks with an applied demo of clustering, plus examples of use cases and a configuration overview. With Jumpstart Your Natural Language Understanding, you learn about features like planning, building, sizing, training, and more. And all this is done so you can increase the adoption of your virtual agent tool by laying the groundwork for a healthy foundation. So the customers that we've spoken to are excited about these accelerators because they can now easily get a preview of Gen AI features in action that are tailored to their business. With that, I'm going to pass it over to my colleague Mo for a more detailed look at the AI accelerators that are available as part of ServiceNow Impact. Mo, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you, Mika. And with that, I'll share my screen and we can go ahead and take a look at these AI accelerators and how we can support you. Go ahead and first accelerate your adoption with these AI capabilities to start realizing the imperativeness as we've seen with AI and the advantages that we can start realizing, enhancing efficiency, productivity, and overall the experience of your users. That is definitely an area to start looking at AI and Gen AI and how that can come into play. So with that, our team, first briefly about myself, I'm a technical consultant, so our team supports creation of these accelerators and also then delivery. So all about accelerating time to value there. So our team is the Technical Accelerator at Scale team, And as Mika noted, we go ahead and create these fixed scope offerings that can support you go ahead, accelerate your time to value there in a particular product of interest. So that's usually focused in three areas. It's either a jumpstart, let's say you're interested in a particular product, generative AI, predictive intelligence, AI search, and we can support you take with a temporary instance there. That's essentially a copy of one of your instances, whereby you can see the product come to life in a clone of your or a copy of your environment there through this temporary instance. So that's exactly how we can accelerate the time to value and actually show you the value it can bring in your organization there. So that's the jumpstart. Tune-ups is if you're interested, already have a particular product, would like that product to be enhanced there. That's where we can come into play, assess your particular product currently, look into where there provide you with tailored recommendations to enhance that and align with ServiceNow best practices or leading practices there. And finally, we have Expert Connect, which is essentially an Ask Me Anything style of offering there. Have any specific technical questions? That is the accelerator that can support you there in terms of asking those questions and getting those clarified. So in the AI space, we have over 13 accelerators, as we can see here. And there are many more to come even in this year and the next year there. Today, we have a comprehensive package to support your virtual agent experience, just all the way from jumpstarting it if you're still new, just even the NLU there and laying out the foundation for intent recognition for your virtual agent, which provides you the ability to have a more conversation-like experience in the VA, all the way to multilingual support if you're a multinational organization or even have users based in using different languages. It's a very good idea to start looking into that. And then likewise with our tune-up suite, currently using the VA would like to enhance that. That's where the suite can come into play. Likewise, these ones that are marked in the asterisk there and bolded, those are the ones that we have released in Washington, whereby we can support you in predictive intelligence, task intelligence, or even generative AI, which we'll delve into further. We have areas again in the search throughout ServiceNow, whether it's AI search or tune up your AI search, or even jumpstart your AI journey, as Mika noted. If you're interested in terms of your C-suite or platform owners, there are specific strategic objectives, mission drivers that you have there. How can we support you there? Look at what ServiceNow capabilities can address those, and also build a journey or a roadmap for you to go ahead and look into those AI capabilities, implement and start realizing the value, accelerating the time to value throughout all the AI capabilities essentially we have within ServiceNow there. With that, let's take a look, delve deeper into generative AI. So now generative AI is an imperative for many organizations and has been a huge transformation there. Just taking an example from a report recently, The Future of Work by McKinsey, 60% of our day-to-day job will be changed or transformed as a result of Gen AI in the next decade. So how can we already start looking into that and supporting you with that? So we have released this fixed scope offering Jumpstart Your Generative AI. But if you have any interest in terms of the Gen AI space there, let's say it's just you're trying to plan whether these capabilities make sense or the value there, that's where you can just request this accelerator. We'll go ahead and take a clone or a copy of one of your instances there, which is through the temporary instance. And then with that, we can enable all these capabilities and bring to Gen AI to life, essentially in one of your environments there, and provide you with that instance for your testing as well for a period of 30 days. So within ServiceNow, we have released a wide suite of Gen AI capabilities. I'll be going into some of those in a second. This, if you're interested in gaining a further understanding of what is generative AI within the ServiceNow context and how you can make use of it, and also see a demo of those capabilities, an applied demo in one of your environments, highly recommend you to go ahead and request this accelerator or reach out to your Impact CSM, Customer Success Manager. They will be able to support you with that accelerator as well, or raising it. This is essentially the flow that we have, whereby we provision an instance, we activate all the required plugins as part of the setup. And then within the coaching session this is where we guide you in terms of the capabilities, what we have out of the box available with Now Assist and how you can make use of it, and also taking into account your priorities. which GenAI use cases make sense in your context and your objectives there. So that's the coaching session. And after that, the coaching session, you will get implementation guides, key resources, what are the best practices regarding GenAI, and how you can set it up. And also, any questions you might have, you will have access to a technical consultant like myself or any one of our team there to support you with the questions that you might have for the next 30-day post-engagement as well. So I can support you even if you're looking to take that to production. You have any queries or any questions, that those can be addressed within those 30-day follow-up period. And taking it more broader in terms of how or what does generative AI mean in the ServiceNow context and what capabilities we already have available today. Before that, are there any questions? We can see there's 4 in the Q&A. Mika, should we take any questions now or?
Let's leave the questions till the end. Yeah, please do enter your questions into the Q&A, and we'll make sure there's time at the end for those.
Perfect. So that's and here the strategy of ServiceNow. So we have 2 in terms of the generative AI space. We have either a general purpose strategy as well as domain specific strategy there. So what do these 2 mean? In terms of the general purpose strategy, so we know ServiceNow is a platform of platforms, essentially whereby you can integrate and orchestrate into any third-party systems or external systems you might have. And it's exactly the strategy we allow you also to leverage within this generative AI space as well, whereby you can bring in any third-party models, Azure OpenAI, or Google Bard, or Gemini more recently. You can bring that into the ServiceNow platform and start building out use cases as well. And that's within the general purpose large language model space. But we have also worked with the leading Gen AI organizations, there, NVIDIA and Hugging Face, to build domain-specific large language models. What that means is rather than having to build one large language model that is able to do it all, we are building large language models fine-tuned for specific use cases. So these are smaller, more accurate, and faster large language models that can be infused directly to our platform and start achieving use cases there. So to give you an example with NVIDIA, we have worked with NVIDIA there to build a large language and fine-tune a large language model that can go ahead and provide summarizations for end users in the portal or virtual agent. And likewise, and it's true with Hugging Face, we've built one of the world's strongest in terms of accuracy, their strongest performing large language models for text to code. That's StarCoder, and there's also a second version of that we released in February, StarCoder 2. So these innovations, we go ahead and fine-tune those and build those out, infuse them into the current workflows and the platform that you leverage. So as a result, these are fine-tuned and trained on ServiceNow data. So you see better accuracy, and also it's all within our data centers, the NVIDIA GPUs that are processing these specific requests. So it's all within our data center, and the security and governance aspect of it is also maintained as is. So then when we're looking at our vision towards this generative AI, we will be leveraging generative AI in every workflow that we have in ServiceNow. Whether you're looking at it at the technology workflows and the space of IT there, how we can empower agents there to have a higher deflection rate through self-solve for users as well, or faster root cause analysis, or even if we're trying to summarize an incident after the post-incident summarization and find what exactly has happened here. Or likewise for end users, I want to understand how I can go ahead and present employee requests. If there are automated resolutions that I can present them rather than having to open an incident or call the help desk, I can use GenAI to go ahead and address that use case as well. And likewise, presenting end users with self-solve capabilities like summarizations to knowledge articles. Just steps so they don't have to reach out or open a specific incident or case there. And likewise on the developers and creators as well. That is also a huge space there, as now we can empower or developers there to directly go ahead from text to code or to an application or to a whole workflow as well. That's the ability, then significant enhancement of developer productivity, but likewise, the speed you can take your applications to production can be increased as a result there. So this essentially, when we're looking at generally where ServiceNow is going with GenAI, it's every specific workflow will go ahead and leverage Gen AI and empower the end user or the persona that is leveraging it to go ahead and work faster there or do more with less. We see that also within the specific, if we look at our demos here as well, in a second, we'll be able to see the power of this as well. But before that, a huge benefit of generative AI in the ServiceNow context is I can go ahead and what you traditionally do with a large language model, you need to go ahead and first, let's say you're currently using an LLM, you would like to integrate that into ServiceNow and start building use cases. You'll need to integrate that. And then in terms of the AI space there, you need to correct the model drift, test the large language model. You need to vectorize all your data, meaning if you have incidents, records, different types of data there, images, videos, those will need to be vectorized in order for the LLM to be able to pick those up. I'll need to customize and build all those Gen AI actions. And I have the technical debt associated to it. And also it's outside the platform, so the data security and governance piece of it. But the advantage here, the huge transformation we're bringing about is end users or even admins there can essentially with clicks of a few clicks there, activate all these Gen AI capabilities and have them already infused into their current workflows. If I'm trying to get an incident summary, essentially I just click on the activate skill button and I have that already for my agents there to start working on that. And we see here even a quote from a large tech, a platform owner there, large tech manufacturer, being able to start using these capabilities in under an hour. That's the huge advantage that we see also within the platform. Now to see all of these capabilities and just give you a quick highlight of how these generative AI capabilities can support you and to transform your current user experience, productivity, and efficiency in your organizations. So here, if I look at the previous process, if I want to ask any as an end user there, if I go into a portal and would like to get any support there, I just can go in the portal and ask a question. For example, I would like to recover some emails there. How can I recover those deleted emails? So I can just go in and ask that question. And accordingly, I'll get some results there, as we can see here. And here, these are links of results. And if I want any specific answer, I can just click on that knowledge article, which I see is relevant. I have to read the knowledge article to get the answer there for my request. So as a result, as a user, I also can tend to just reach out to support. If it's a critical issue, I'll reach out to the service desk to help me get that fixed quicker rather than self-solving. And likewise, that's the same experience that we see in the virtual agent. If I am within the VA, currently as a user, just first I have to enter what I'm looking for. How can I recover deleted emails? And then accordingly, the virtual agent will present me with a response. Let's say this is the second click that I have to take into account in order to get to my answer. Then I'm presented with that knowledge article. And if I'm interested to read more about the knowledge article, I'd have to click on that, go to the knowledge article, read about it, and then I can come back to the VA to get a response there. But rather now, with generative AI, the 3 clicks that I have just taken and plus the time to read that knowledge article to get my answer can be just reduced to getting a summary. So if I ask the same question with rather a Gen AI enabled in the portal there, how can I recover deleted emails? We see I already get here a summary that is generated by Now Assist. By default, deleted emails are moved to the folder and can be recovered from the dumpster. So I know exactly what I need to do. So the time to read all that knowledge article and the steps there are essentially reduced to a mere just seconds here, and the end user can self-solve there. So that's the huge productivity upgain that we see. And moreover, that's the same in the virtual agent again. If I ask, how can I recover deleted emails, where previously it took me 3 clicks and the time to read that knowledge article to find my answer, now I can just enter that in the VA, and accordingly, in a second there, I can get the answer is generated by Now Assist. This is the specific response there. And I can already rate that as well as part of the feedback mechanism for GenAI to improve as well. So that's huge productivity uptake that I can see as an end user, just being able to self-solve now. And we've seen already a reduction in incident volume with the early adopter customers of more than 18% for incidents as a result of this capability here, the Now Assist in AI search. But likewise, I can also apply this for agents throughout the agent experience there as well. If I would like to get, or no longer do I have to read long histories of cases to get up to speed to an incident, but rather I can just click on a summarize button and I can go ahead and get that specific summary there and get up to speed to that incident. So time it takes, again, for an agent and the productivity there is drastically reduced, as we can see here. What is the issue? And I know exactly what are the key actions that were taken. And I can move forward with my activity there. But likewise, also resolution notes, something we typically see with customers and with agents there. They're working on many incidents and cases, so they just tend to enter resolved or done. But now, if we can increase the quality of that resolution note, the agents that are working on any incidents that come in again, I can rely on the past incidents that are similar, and the agent can just copy that resolution note. So that's the significance or enhancing that the quality of that resolution note can bring a lot of value there. So if I'm agent, currently I just changed that to the state resolved. I can already just see that the following field has been filled using the Now Assist capability. And here we see the resolution note already being generated there. So a significant, again, uptake in productivity for an agent, plus the quality of these resolution notes are increased as a result of using GenAI here. So not only for end user, but also for the agent. And as we saw, even for developers, there are capabilities that can significantly transform your productivity, experience, and efficiency in your organizations here. Just bringing it all together here within ServiceNow context, I mentioned we are releasing capabilities in all workflows there. So we see here in terms of our roadmap, in Q1 with Washington, we released GenAI topics for virtual agents, the Now Assist admin experience, which brings all these capabilities together for an admin to set it up in minutes, as we saw there. And also with multi-turn conversations. So in the VA, how can we make these conversations more natural? And even if a user would like to ask follow-up questions, how can we bring that about as well? And likewise with creation of knowledge articles, or even generating responses for agents there, and even personalized conversations, understanding who the user is, and then having personalized conversations or a GenAI bot that is essentially personalized to a specific user. Those areas you will see in ServiceNow, all areas essentially in the platform will be leveraging GenAI there. With that, thank you very much, and we'll take questions either in chats or towards the end of the session.
Great, thank you, everyone. Yeah, we will take questions at the end of the session to make sure that we can have a nice compact recording for those who want to watch this as a recording. But thank you so much, Mo. I'm just always amazed at how quickly GenAI has been integrated into the ServiceNow experience. Even me as a ServiceNow employee, when we use our Now mobile app, we get such great answers because of that virtual agent assistance and the Now Assist feature, where we don't have to scroll through like 4 or 5 different articles to figure out the answer. It's just there right in front of us in the summary.
Exactly.
Anyway, that was just the AI focused accelerators that Mo was showing you, and how they can improve your life with the Gen AI and other AI features in ServiceNow. As part of ServiceNow Impact, we have also added a number of other accelerators, like these ones focused on your CMDB, strategic portfolio management, platform analytics, customer service management, project portfolio management, and we keep on adding more of these accelerators later. And the goal is really to get you up to speed and using and adopting these features faster, and making sure that you've got your platform set up so that you can take advantage of them quickly. So before I turn it over to Matt for the demo, or other presenter, let me just cover a few more new things in Impact that I think Matt might also touch on a couple of these. The first one is related to our instance health monitoring solution called Instance Observer, which helps you track the health of all your ServiceNow instances in one place. For Washington, D.C., we've added a new accelerator called Intro to Instance Observer, which will give you an expert primer on how to use it to monitor your platform health if you've never actually used Instance Observer before. We've also added a new feature to it called Database Growth Summary, which gives you an overview of critical database metrics like total instance size and growth, largest tables, and fastest growing tables so you can optimize its performance. Next, we've added a new place to view all your ServiceNow subscriptions in one single easy to view place. That makes life easier for you if you're a platform owner because you'll see a comprehensive list of your entitlements across all your instances. You'll see the start and end dates for contracts and what applications you're entitled to use, and you'll be able to click a link to go directly into each instance to see specific allocations and manage them. And then the last new Impact feature I'll mention before I turn it over to Matt is the new training insights we've added. This feature will help you get the most out of your training plan because you'll be able to see the training data right inside Impact so you can make sure you're taking full advantage of all available training options. You'll see things like learning credits you've consumed, when they expire, a training history of what's been completed and what's in progress, details on vouchers and certifications, and which users are linked to your organization's account. Now it's finally time for Matt to do his demo of all this new stuff. Matt, I'll let you take it away.
All right, thanks so much, Mika. Hello, everyone. Once again, I'm Matt Hong, product manager on Impact, and it's great to meet with you all today. Like Mika said, we have been sharing some of the newest features in the Impact digital experience, so I'm really excited to actually show them in action for you all today. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing, if you have logged into the Impact portal, you may have noticed that we have updated our header navigation up here. For customers to consume Impact better, we've reevaluated our existing header navigation and made naming and organization changes for greater clarity here. From the left-hand side here, it starts with activity. This is where you can interact with your squad, track recommendations, access your conversations and tasks. Next, we have initiatives and accelerators. They have moved in together under one roof here. This way, all of your squad-led engagements are in one place. The next three headers that we have here are key categories to help you track, measure, and improve your ServiceNow journey. From Platform Health, this is where you can track the health of your instances from Health Scan, Instance Observer, and Technical Support. Value Journey, this is where you can measure your ROI and operational metrics with value blueprints, outcome performance, and business value. Product Adoption, this is where you can track the implementation status of your ServiceNow entitlements through the capabilities map and our new subscriptions page. We'll get to that in a second. And lastly, we have our benefits and usage tab. This includes a list of all it is that you're entitled as an Impact customer. This is where you can find a list of all benefits, your consumption report, training insights, as well as additional resources. So while we're still on the homepage here, you may have also noticed that we've made some changes to recommendations. First, personal and company recommendations have moved up towards the top underneath your tasks right here. Next, we have also included a new section right here where you'll receive personalized content recommendations from Now Create. These are generated through a machine learning algorithm. And this content will help you through your adoption journey, servicing the right content for you at the right time. So as we're talking about product adoption, one great way to accelerate adoption is through our accelerators, which are those fixed scope offerings led by ServiceNow experts. In the Washington release, we've released many new accelerators, including one on jumpstarting generative AI in your instances that Mo had that incredible walkthrough of. So how can we actually kick that accelerator off? Well, first we head into the accelerator catalog right here under initiatives. And let's go ahead and search for that title. And once we click in this flyout, we can get more information about this hands-on coaching session, walking through key capabilities, features, top use cases for leveraging Gen AI in the Now platform. And if we wanted to go ahead and get started, we would quickly set up the initiative right here. In addition to accelerators, training is a vital part of Impact since it helps provide the valuable skills needed to successful implementations and management of the ServiceNow platform. That's why we're excited to share our new Training Insights page. On this new page, this will allow customers like yourself to understand and fully leverage training credits, regardless of whether you're a platform owner or an executive. At the top, you'll get a simplified view on the overall count of learning credits, as well as what has been allocated for what activities. Platform owners can also see a running list of their expiring credits within the next 3 to 6 months, sorted by the expiration date. With this information, they can act and ensure that the credits are used before they expire. So what exactly can these credits be used for? Well, first off, they can be used for trainings, such as instructor-led or on-demand courses that focus on a specific subject. Platform owners can now see the status of all the trainings, whether they're completed, in progress, as well as the ones completed, and seeing the breakdown of what type of training it was. Credits can also be used for custom trainings, which can be included as user trainings or change enablement services that are designed to your organization's specific needs. And last but not least, credits can also be used for vouchers, which are used to earn certifications on certain products and capabilities. Platform owners here, as they gaze onto this dashboard, can quickly look into the status of certifications in their organization, as well as organized by that type of certification. And at the very bottom here, we've included links to helpful resources to help you get started on your training journey. These include guide articles, links to Now Learning, and more. And we hope with this new page, customers like yourself now have a comprehensive solution to effortlessly visualize their ServiceNow training efforts, which presents, again, a real-time view of key metrics and indicators here. You can now understand the team's learning progress, their skill capabilities, as well as help manage your learning credits more efficiently. In Washington, we've also included this new tab that Mika touched on, which was on subscription management. Now you can easily visualize all your subscriptions and the capabilities associated to each. This consolidated view right here allows you to see all subscriptions across all of your instances, and you can see the quantity purchased, the contract start and end dates, as well as more information if you click into a specific product. So for example, if I click into customer service management, you can get a list of all the capabilities that are included with this product, and even drill in more to get more information about each of these capabilities. So while we're here, let's keep the product adoption train going with our redesigned capabilities map. This new view allows users to view the capabilities of their products all in one place. You can easily understand what products your organization is entitled to and how you are leveraging these products today. And you now have full control into organizing and visualizing this map in a way that makes most sense for you. At the top right here, you'll get a bird's eye view into the overall adoption status of all of your ServiceNow capabilities. These are broken up by the implementation status. You can see from not in use, planning, implementing, and in use. Your ServiceNow squad members can also highlight certain capabilities that they recommend and believe are vital to the success of the product. Down on the left-hand side here, we can look at a list of all the products that are enabled in your instance. So for example, let's take a look at ITSM. From the summary bar up top, we see that there are about 2 capabilities that are in use, a few that are in implementing and planning, a lot that are not in use, some that need visibility. Here we can see that there are some that have stars attached to them, which means that is recommended by the squad. And if we wanted to learn more about this application, let's say change management, you can click in, and in this flyout, we find relevant resources that will help provide guidance on how to improve or get started on the implementation for this application. So now you have full access and control over your capability map. So let's say, for example, Agent Workspace for ITSM, we know that that is currently in planning, so we can easily switch the status right here. We see another one right here that needs validation, cost management. And let's say that this one is not as relevant for my team right now. So what we can do is we can click the checkbox next to it, and let's go ahead and hide it from the capabilities map. If we decide to implement it later down the road, we can always unhide it. But for now, that gives me a cleaner and more focused view into the current capabilities map. So now customers in the Washington release can be true owners of the capability map. Instead of spending valuable time with your squad updating the statuses of each individual capability, you can now use your shared time on much more valuable discussions. Next, I wanted to walk us through some of our enhancements to platform health. Every Impact customer now receives this monthly scorecard that is automatically published, allowing you to immediately access your results on your platform health. So let's take a look at what's included in these scorecards. At the top right here, platform owners can review their overall instance health across these 5 key categories from manageability, performance, security, upgradability, and user experience. Down below, the health scan will create key takeaways, observations, areas to focus on that could lead to massive improvements across these 5 categories. Your squad can also add notes and personal updates right here. Scrolling down further, we can see how our scores across these 5 categories trend over time. It looks like security, this one has been dropping down over the last 3 months, so this could be an area of focus for us. And not only can you compare your scores against yourself over time, you can also compare with peers. Impact customers can further refine and filter their competitive cohort to better understand how their health scores compare to their peers. You can further filter these based on multiple dimensions, such as size of the company, age of the customer, what industry they're in, number of products, monthly transactions, and more. Finally, I wanted to touch on Instance Observer, which we enabled for guided customers in the last release. This gives you access to real-time instance telemetry. With the Washington release, guided customers can see a snapshot of their instance performance directly inside Impact and can launch into Instance Observer directly from there for more details. Now, this is just a handful of the many enhancements we've made to Impact for Washington. But with that, I would like to thank you so much for your time today, and I'll pass it back to Mika. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, as you see, we are always adding more and more kind of details and things that you can do within Impact. So if you haven't logged in recently, please log in if you use ServiceNow and have Impact, and you'll see many, many ways you can add value to your ServiceNow implementation. So before we end with time for Q&A, let's recap the key takeaways from today's session. First, we have lots of new accelerators within ServiceNow Impact, not only the ones focused on AI that Mo talked about, but also several new ones focused on things like CMDB, SPM, platform analytics, and customer service management. Then we've added new ways to view insights on subscriptions and entitlements, as well as training to make sure you're taking full advantage of them. And then finally, we've added a new intro for Instance Observer Accelerator. If you've not used it before and you need a primer on how to use it, as well as a quick way to view database growth within your Instance Observer. So thank you so much for joining us today. And thanks also to my co-presenters, Mo and Matt, for the great information they provided today. It has been our pleasure to share these new details about Impact with you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please check out our other Washington, D.C. release webinars if you get a chance. Thank you very much and take care.